Hello there gang, DD DeVere here with another Past Blast, playing a classic game of yesteryear, and today I'm playing a little bit of Megarace 1, released back in 1993, and it's a race game of sorts. Very irritating interruptions there. So what do we get? In very limited options. You get a choice of difficulty level, novice or hardened. I'd suggest novice for reasons you'll see when you get in game. So controls and things are here, as well as your load and save. So you have a choice of keyboard control. And one quite nice thing is, if we go there again, we can now rebind it, so you can have something a little bit more modern. Although I shan't be doing that, I shall be using the joystick option, because it works quite nicely with the 360 control I have. So that's quite good. And then finally you have mouse. No, seriously, don't use mouse. It's awful, beyond awful in fact. So we'll go for joystick. So to start the game we have, as this is very much at the beginning, although I have skipped a lot of the introduction for reasons you'll see very shortly, we have a choice of free vehicles. If you want to get some info on them, hit the space bar, or randomly enough the escape key. 1993, they were different times, what can I tell you? So this is the Yosei, and it is heavily armoured, 5 rear pipes, a weight of 802 oomp, a warning device, shield capabilities and laser guns, but no missile carrier. So we might as well just pick that one for the difference it makes.
From now on, you are on your own, Enforcer. And as I always say at this point in the show, have a nice death, baby.
So yes, that's Lance Boyle, the host. This was, of course, an attempt to basically marry the FMV craze of the time with racing. But again, racing, that's probably not the correct term. It's really more of an on-the-rails shooter. You can't actually stop, bring your car to a complete halt, or really crash in any way. And so using the racing line doesn't mean a lot. As you can see, you only ever have one opponent on screen at the time. So you're basically, story-wise, this is some dystopian future. This is like a virtual reality TV show. All very Death Race 2000. And so here we are, there's the gang leader. They were fighting these street gangs on this virtuality show. And we have to just basically destroy the leader once we've done that.
Can you keep up this level of intensity, tough guy? Or have you given your all in one spectacular race? Viewers, if you're watching the repeat, please don't phone in to tell me the answer. I hate it when they ruin the suspense. You just won yourself a prize, Enforcer. Come and take a look. Say, I'd go for one of these myself if I didn't already have a box full. Oh, watch. Now, if anybody asks you the time, you'll be able to answer. How about that?
We'll skip some of this now. The format is pretty much the same. They'll tell you about the place you're about to race, the gang you're about to fight. But now, as you see, we have an extra car because we've beaten the main bad guy of that gang. So we now have access to his car. And again, not they make any difference. The stats mean nothing. It really doesn't mean a great deal. So let's do another race with the car we've just won. I mean, really, some of it was the technical aspects of the game, really. Because, of course, this is actually pre-rendered 3D tracks, but then the sprites drawn over the top of them. At least the enemy type cars are slightly different to each other for different gangs. That's something, I guess. So that's quite good. You can see now I've got 3 laps this time round to get rid of his minions and then beat him. Music as well, that's a little bit meh. So this one really hasn't stood the test of time very well. I mean, it wasn't that great back then, in all honesty. I mean, I got it free. I'm pretty sure I got this one free. It was either with a joystick or a joypad, something like that. I know I didn't buy it. I'm kind of glad about that because I didn't play it much. You see the Lance Boyle bits, you know, you get kind of close to them, you know, repetitive. You see what there is to offer pretty soon enough. Alright, we're out of laser power now. Maybe I should have picked the original car. I've got to try and get ahead and smash him down. So it's not really racing, it's more of a death match against one AI. Because you can only fight one at a time. So we've got to try, there we go. Now we've got to try and smash him into barriers. Although later tracks, I mean, that's how the game basically ramps up its hardness, is it gets more different types of pickups and things you have to avoid. You know, the type of thing, one makes your controls go funny, one that makes your car spin. You do later on also get more laps to do it in, but you also actually get a way to recharge your weapon as well as a missile launcher. But yeah, so yeah, this one hasn't, in all honesty, stood the test of time very well. Ah, there we go. I think we've got some good damage on him. But when you get stuck in these sort of impasses, you're likely to lose. I just lost my speed boost because I was too close to him. So, oh, and that one, yeah, sometimes doesn't always trigger the pickups either, just to make your life even better. If I give him the points, like I need points right now, I'm going to lose, and there's not a lot I can do to stop it at the moment. And so I could try and, as I say, it's not really a racing game. Racing line as such doesn't make much in the way of a difference. Oh, that didn't help. That was the one that slowed me down. So yeah, outside of it sort of feels more like a tech demo idea. As I say, this is Megarace 1. There were two others in the series. The imaginatively titled Megarace 2 and Megarace 3. Oh, come on. So, I'm stuck in this virtual impasse. I'm probably going to lose. I think if you get a top 3 finish though, I think it also still counts. It lets you move on to the next race.
Job done.
No, we lost. Nothing we could do to stop it. That's what I say about putting the AI on novice. So yeah, this hasn't stood the test of time very well. It really hasn't. The only real good thing, of course, is that, at least if you buy it through Steam, I don't know about any other digital distribution platforms, is there's actually a Megarace pack that gives you Megarace 1, 2 and 3, and it's £4 or whatever your original equivalent might be. So that's something, I guess. But you wouldn't, but buy on its own, no. As I say, the content, you very quickly see all the Lance Boyle bits, and it just repeats on a loop over and over. The cars that you get from winning races feel just the same as the ones you start off with. The tracks themselves, some nice tracks in fairness, especially for the technological aspects of the time, but that time has passed. And so yeah, it sort of doesn't really stand up very well in that front now. So all in all, yeah, if you buy it as the pack, it's not that it's awful, I guess. It's just repetitive. You definitely get the idea that this was a tech demo, or an idea they had, but perhaps didn't have the funding or the time to really fully develop it. And as ever, I will try and get the videos for 2 and 3 at some point later on the channel to see the changes, shall we say. So I think we'll conclude our dealings here, gang. Megarace 1, yeah, save your cash unless you're buying it as the pack, is my honest opinion. So there we go. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. Hope you found it useful and entertaining in some way. And as ever, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to let me know that you are alive. And I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.